December 13th, 2025. The day wrestling died a little. After 26 years, 17 world championships, and a body that's been broken and rebuilt more times than you can count, John Cena stepped into the ring for the last time. But here's what nobody's talking about. Watch him walk to that ring one last time. Notice something. That's not the same man who used to sprint down the ramp. That's a 48-year-old walking like he's twice his age. His neck fused together from multiple surgeries, both pectoral muscles completely torn and reattached, triceps rebuilt, and a body that's been through absolute war. But before we get to that final, heartbreaking moment, you need to know the real story, not the sanitized WWE version, not the Hollywood ending. The story of a kid who had his umbilical cord wrapped around his neck 3 times at birth. Doctors said he shouldn't have survived. Fast forward 48 years, and some are whispering that cancer forced his hand. Others point to those viral videos showing him struggling to walk properly, moving like someone decades older. Today, I'm taking you through the complete John Cena story, from sleeping in his car in California with just $500 to becoming the most divisive wrestler in history, to that skin cancer diagnosis nobody wants to talk about, to why his body finally said enough. April 23rd, 1977, West Newbury, Massachusetts. John Felix Anthony Cena enters this world in the most John Cena way possible, fighting death from second one. His umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck 3 times. Most babies don't make it, but even as a newborn, Cena apparently couldn't be stopped. Growing up as one of 5 brothers in Massachusetts, young John wasn't the Superman we know today. He was getting bullied, picked on at school. So at 12 years old, this kid asked Santa for one thing, a weightlifting bench, and Santa delivered. That Christmas present changed everything. By high school, Cena wasn't just lifting, he was massive, competing in bodybuilding contests while still in high school. But here's the twist. Cena wasn't from the streets like his WWE character suggested. He went to Cushing Academy, a fancy private boarding school. This guy came from money, but he wanted to earn his own. After high school, Cena went to Springfield College, where he became an NCAA Division III All-American center in football, wearing number 54, a number WWE still puts on merchandise today. He was team captain, a leader, studying exercise physiology because he knew one thing. He wanted a life in fitness. But here's where it gets real. 1999. Cena graduates. He's got a degree in exercise physiology. His dad has expectations. But Cena? He's got different dreams. Against his father's wishes, Cena packs up his entire life into a car with just $500 and drives across the country to California. His dad told him he wouldn't last 2 weeks. Picture this. John Cena, massive bodybuilder with big dreams, arrives in California with nothing. No connections, no money, no backup plan. He starts working at Gold's Gym in Venice Beach for $6 an hour. His job? Folding towels and cleaning toilets. At night, he's sleeping in his 1991 Lincoln Continental because he can't afford rent. Cena later admitted he was homeless, storing his belongings in his car, showering at the gym. But he kept showing up, kept training, kept grinding. This wasn't a movie montage. This was real desperation mixed with unbreakable determination. Then someone at the gym noticed him, introduced him to Ultimate Pro Wrestling. Cena had grown up watching wrestling. His dad was actually a wrestling announcer in Massachusetts, going by Johnny Fabulous. Wrestling was in his blood, but bodybuilding was his first love. In 1999, Cena created his first character, the Prototype. He described it as 50% man, 50% machine, 100% mayhem. Basically a Terminator knockoff, but it worked. In April 2000, Cena won the UPW Heavyweight Championship. He held it for 27 days. WWE scouts noticed. 2001 changed everything. WWE signed Cena to a developmental deal with Ohio Valley Wrestling. This is where most wrestlers spend years learning, not Cena. By 2002, he was ready. June 20, Undertaker to answer. But Undertaker got sick. At the last minute, WWE needed someone. A rookie named John Cena gets the call. Vince McMahon had never seen Cena wrestle before this moment. Cena walks into Vince's office. The boss looks him up and down and says just 3 words, "You're too small," then sends him out there anyway. Cena walks out, interrupts Angle, and cuts a promo that changes wrestling history. He tells Angle he's got ruthless aggression. The crowd goes nuts. Then backstage one day, Stephanie McMahon and Paul Heyman overheard Cena freestyling rap with some of the boys. They saw something. October 2002. Released a rap album in 2005 called You Can't See Me, with his cousin Tha trademark. It debuted at number 15 on Billboard 200, went gold. But WWE had bigger plans. They didn't want a rapper. They wanted their next franchise player. Then in a storyline, Cena got stabbed in the kidney by one of Carlito's bodyguards, kayfabe injury, to write him off TV for storyline purposes. WrestleMania 21st, April 3rd, 2005. Cena challenges JBL for the WWE Championship. He wins. Suddenly, Cena was wearing jean shorts, dog tags, military-inspired gear. He started saluting the crowd. His catchphrases changed from word life to hustle, loyalty, respect, and never give up. WWE positioned Cena as their next Hulk Hogan, the ultimate babyface, the Superman who never stays down. And for kids, it worked perfectly. Cena became the most requested Make-A-Wish celebrity in history, granting over 650 wishes, more than any celebrity ever. Cheering, half booing, WWE had never seen anything like it. Why the hate? Because Cena won, and won, and won. He beat everyone. Fan favorites lost to Cena. Rising stars lost to Cena. Part-timers came back and lost to Cena. Internet exploded with LOL Cena wins memes. Critics said he was bearing talent, that WWE was too focused on one guy. But here's what they couldn't deny. Feuds with Edge, Randy Orton, CM Punk, The Rock, these were the defining storylines of an entire generation. October 1st, 2007, Monday Night Raw, Cena's facing Mr. Kennedy. Examined. The doctor's diagnosis: complete tear of the pectoralis major muscle. Surgery required immediately. Recovery time: 6 months to a year. Vince McMahon strips Cena of the WWE Championship that same night. The reign is over. The invincible Superman was mortal after all. WWE told fans not to expect Cena back until late 2008 at the earliest. August 2008, SummerSlam. Cena versus Batista. The match is physical, brutal. Cena takes a Batista bomb off the top rope. Something feels wrong. Next day, MRI results show Cena has a herniated disc in his neck. Not just any herniated disc, a massive one. He was losing feeling in his right arm, losing 20% of his strength per day. Dr. Joseph Maroon examined him and delivered the news. Cena needed spinal fusion surgery immediately. If that disc ruptured, he could be paralyzed. His wrestling career could end. His life could change forever. The surgery happened August 25th, 2008. They fused vertebrae in Cena's neck. Recovery time: 9 to 12 months minimum. WWE wrote him off television, planned for a 2009 return at the earliest. November 23rd, 2008, Survivor Series. 3 months after neck fusion surgery, John Cena returned and defeated Chris Jericho to win the World Heavyweight Championship. 3 months after neck fusion surgery, ESPN's reporter David Shoemaker later said, "Never underestimate Cena's recuperative abilities. He's somewhere on the recovery scale between German platelet-rich plasma therapy and Deadpool." But these comebacks had a price Cena's body was keeping track of, even if Cena himself wasn't. 2013, Cena's fighting Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. Everyone watching can see something's wrong with his right arm. There's a lump the size of a baseball. His tricep is completely torn, dangling inside his arm. But Cena wrestles the entire match anyway. Night after SummerSlam, Cena announces he needs surgery, another 4 to 6 months recovery. But guess what? Just over a month later, October 2013, Cena's back, defeating Alberto Del Rio at Hell in a Cell. Let's count what Cena revealed he's had done on Joe Rogan's podcast. Spinal fusion in his neck, right pectoral muscle completely detached and reattached, both triceps torn and reattached, both triceps scoped, nose relocated. 10 major surgeries where they had to go in and correct things. And here's the wildest part. Cena revealed that despite all these surgeries, despite all this pain, he never took pain medication. Not once. His doctors were stunned. They'd prescribe pills after surgery. Cena wouldn't touch them. He said growing up getting his ass kicked by his 4 brothers taught him to handle pain differently. But the injuries weren't stopping. He had bone chips in his elbow in 2012, Achilles tendon injury in 2013, shoulder injuries, knee injuries. By 2017, Cena moved to a part-time schedule. His body couldn't maintain full-time anymore. Then came something nobody expected. Fast forward to 2025. Cena becomes the face of a sunscreen campaign. Seems random until he reveals why. John Cena was diagnosed with skin cancer. Twice. Cena told USA Today he had spots develop on his body that turned out to be cancerous. For years, he'd neglected wearing sunscreen. All those years doing outdoor promotional events, filming movies in the sun, training in California, it caught up to him. The diagnosis was skin cancer, specifically the type that can be life-threatening if not caught early. Cena had surgery to remove the cancerous spots. He recovered, but it was a reality check. He was mortal. His body wasn't invincible. Some fans started speculating, was this why he was retiring? Was there more to the story? WWE never confirmed anything beyond what Cena publicly shared, but the timeline made people wonder. 2024 to 2025. Videos of John Cena start circulating on TikTok and social media. Fans are noticing something disturbing: the way he walks. Cena's moving stiffly, carefully, like someone decades older. Why does 48-year-old John Cena walk like a 70-year-old man? The videos go viral, millions of views, comments flooding in, people comparing his walk to elderly men shuffling down the street. It's not the confident swagger of the Superman character. It's the careful, pained movement of someone whose body has betrayed them. The spinal fusion means Cena can't turn his neck properly. The multiple surgeries mean certain movements cause pain. The decades of taking bumps, of lifting 250-pound men, of putting his body through unimaginable stress. It all shows in how he moves now. Cena addressed it indirectly in a GQ interview. He talked about how doing that Jackie Chan movie years ago changed his perspective. They stretched him like taffy for martial arts training. He lost 20 pounds immediately, fell into a depression thinking he was losing everything he worked 30 years for. But then something changed. He started walking taller, having less pain, being more flexible. He discovered yoga and stretching. It helped, but it couldn't undo decades of damage. July 6, 2024. Money in the Bank event in Toronto. John Cena makes a surprise appearance. The crowd's going crazy. Then Cena drops a bombshell that silences 20,000 people. Tonight, I officially announced my retirement from the WWE. The retirement tour would last through 2025. His final match would be Saturday night's main event, December 13th, 2025, at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Throughout 2025, Cena wrestled his retirement tour. Royal Rumble, eliminated by Jey Uso. But then at Elimination Chamber, Cena shocked the world by winning and earning a WrestleMania title shot. WrestleMania 41, April 2025. Cena faced Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. But here's the twist. Cena turned heel for the first time since 2003. He aligned with The Rock and Travis Scott, viciously attacked Rhodes, criticized fans for how they treated him over the years, vowed to ruin wrestling and retire as champion. Cena won his 17th World Championship, breaking the tie with Ric Flair, but the heel turn flopped. Fans didn't buy it. Cena himself later admitted it was a failure. He turned back babyface, lost the title back to Rhodes at SummerSlam, and continued his farewell tour. December 13th, 2025. Saturday night's main event 42, Capital One Arena. Washington, D.C., WWE held a tournament called Last Time Is Now to determine Cena's final opponent. LA Knight made it to the finals, faced the ring general Gunther. Gunther won. The most dominant champion in NXT and WWE history would retire John Cena. The match build was simple but perfect. Gunther told the world that just beating Cena wasn't enough. He was going to make Cena give up, make him tap out, something Cena hadn't done in over 20 years. The match itself was beautiful violence, back and forth. Cena hitting all his signature moves, the crowd hanging on every moment, hoping Cena could pull off one more miracle comeback. But this wasn't a movie. This was real life. Gunther locked in a sleeper hold. Cena's fighting it, fading. The referee checking his arm once, twice. Then Cena does something he's never wanted to do. He taps out. The arena goes silent. Cena submitted. For the first time in over 2 decades, John Cena gave up. After the match, the entire WWE locker room came out. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes handed their championship belts to Cena in a show of respect. Triple H presented him with a video package. The celebration wasn't sad, it was a thank you. John Cena's career is impossible to summarize simply. He's the most divisive wrestler in history. Half the fans loved him, half booed him for years, but nobody can deny what he accomplished. 17 world championships, the most in WWE history. 650+ Make-A-Wish wishes granted, the most of any celebrity ever. 26 years of loyalty to one company. 2,234 matches, wrestled with a 78.6% win rate. 160 pay-per-view matches. But more than the statistics, Cena was the guy who showed up. Through injuries that should have ended his career multiple times, through surgeries that doctors said would sideline him for a year, through pain that would break most people, Cena showed up. He carried WWE through the mid-2000s, when they needed a face of the company, when The Rock and Stone Cold left, when ratings were dropping, when the industry needed someone to believe in. Cena was there. His body paid the price. Spinal fusion, torn pectorals, shredded triceps, skin cancer. A walk that now shows every mile of that journey. At 48, he moves like someone who fought a war, because he did, every night, in every arena, for 26 years. The debate about John Cena the character might rage forever. Was he overexposed? Did he hold others back? Should he have turned heel sooner? Those arguments will never die. But John Cena the person, the man who granted wishes while dealing with his own mortality, who never took pain pills despite 10 major surgeries, who worked through injuries that would end most careers, who gave everything he had until his body literally couldn't do it anymore. That's not up for debate. December 13, 2025 wasn't just the end of John Cena's career. It was the end of an era, the last connection to a time when wrestling was different, when one man could carry an entire company, when never give up wasn't just a catchphrase, it was a way of life. John Cena retired the way he lived, on his own terms, after giving everything he possibly could. Never see him fade away.